Well, welcome to the Valley Hoops Insider podcast, part of the Valley Hoops Insider website. Harry Schroeder with you today, editor of the site, host of the show. And that fine-looking young man there is Tayshawn Comer, the brand new point guard of the Evansville Purple Aces. And first of all, Tayshawn, thanks for joining us today. Maybe that's your apartment. Where do you live there in Evansville?
First off, thanks for having me. And it's like this apartment on campus that most of the athletes stay on. So I stay here with three of my teammates.
All right, good for you. You started out in Indianapolis. You were the Indianapolis City Player of the Year, top 230 player maybe in the nation, almost 1,300 points in high school, and you end up at Eastern Kentucky with Coach Hamilton there. How did you end up at EKU? Tell me about that journey first.
So it was a assistant coach that recruited me named Coach Patrick Blake. He's at Georgia now, but he recruited me and we built a great relationship. And I felt like he was the best recruiter I felt like he was really eager to get me. He built a relationship with my family, my brother, my mom. So kind of the people that's really close to me. So that really played a huge part with me going to EKU, and I feel like he was a genuine person, and I feel like that was the right place for me to go.
So you have a really nice couple of years there with the Colonels, the Atlantic Sun all-freshman team, and now you've come back closer to home to play for the Purple Aces. 6 brothers, 2 sisters, I think. Is family part of the reason you came back? How did you end up back in the Hoosier State?
I wouldn't say family played a huge part in that. Of course, I want to be closer to family, but I think it was more just I just wanted to find a new situation, a new start, and I wanted to come here and change the culture around and help change the culture around and build a winning program.
I'm a big fan of A.W. Hamilton's. I'm a big fan of David Ragland's. Compare, contrast just their coaching styles.
Okay. Coach A-Dub is more intense, because we press the whole game. We press the whole game EKU, so he's more like
he's a hype guy for sure.
Yeah, you just have to be around him. Coach Rags is more like chill, but he's more like direct. Like you can kind of feel like the energy, which you can feel the energy between both of them. But Coach Rag is more laid back, but he gets his point across still. So they have 2 different coaching styles, but I love both. Of course, I love Coach Rag, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, when the Colonels were in the Ohio Valley Conference, I used to cover them as well, and I remember that time when Coach Hamilton went through the cancer scare and all of that. So I know him fairly well. Your game, for the people that are new, this website, we cover the entire Missouri Valley Conference. You're a newcomer to the league. Tell people what they can expect to see when they watch the Aces. What are they going to see in your game?
Me personally, they're going to see a leader first. I'm a leader. I like to have guys follow me. I think I set a good example. But first a leader, and then I'm a hard worker. And not only that, though, I think they will see me facilitate, get my teammates involved, and then I think they will see me score also. But I think a thing that a lot of people don't really understand, but I'm a defender. I like to guard, and I like to get stops. I like to get steals. So I feel like they're going to see an all-around game from me this year. I think they're going to see a whole new me from the last 2 years.
I was listening to an interview that Jevin Redmond was doing with Coach Ragland the other day, and they were talking about you. And Jevin said something to him. He goes, well, here's what I'm concerned about. Tayshawn works out all the time. I don't want him to wear out. I don't think I've ever heard a coach say a guy works too hard. Talk to me about that, and have you already been in the gym yet today?
Yeah, so usually I do get in probably like 7:30 in the morning. I usually get in, then I get in before practice, then I get in after practice, and then I get in at night. But most of the time, I talk to my coaches, and I have to relax sometimes because they don't want me to. I mean, I've been, you play so much, you go through minor injuries and stuff. So I had a few little problems, but nothing that's not like stopping me from playing. But they just want to make sure I'm good and I can be ready by February, March. so I could just be 100% throughout the whole season, which you're never 100% in season, but just so I could be ready to go and, so I work extremely hard because I know to work hard, that's how you become successful. That translates onto the court. So I know the last couple years I wasn't working as hard as I could, but I've worked hard, but not as hard as I could. I feel like this year I've really put my all into it. So I'm just ready to display it.
The Ford Center is a great place to play basketball. You guys had an exhibition game the other night. I think it was Milliken that you guys played. What did you learn about your team or your teammates, or just first time under the light? And maybe it wasn't. Maybe you guys had scrimmages or whatever, but under the lights, fans, referees, all of that. What did you learn about your team?
I feel like we got some great players. I feel like we are really non-deep, but I feel like we have the best bigs in the conference, maybe in mid-major. But I feel like we got a great wing. We got a great two guard. I mean, we got a great freshman. I mean, feel like we got a lot of pieces to be where we want to be, and I feel like we got the pieces to be NBC champs. So I learned a lot about those guys, even though I've been playing with them in the summer. We used to do open gym every day, so I kind of already had a feel for them. But I feel like we're in the right spot. We still got to grow. We still got to do some things that we know that we got to get better at, but we'll still continue to grow.
There is a difference, though. Open gym, referees, lights, whistles.
Sure.
And so, yeah, you do learn different things. We've heard big things about Gabriel Posado. Talk about him.
Oh, yeah, he's nice. He's nice. I know he was different when he first got here. I seen film from him when he was overseas, but when he got here, it was just to see him play, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be one of those guys. So he works hard, and he can do everything on the court. He got heart. That's the biggest thing. So that's really good to see that. And yeah, he's going to be a big part of this team.
I think he had 22 or something the other night. Connor Turnbull comes from Butler, and he's from my hometown here. I live in St. Louis, but came from Butler, so had some of that Big East experience. What does he bring to the table for you guys?
Well, Connor brings everything to the table. That's why I say I think we have the two best bigs. But yeah, Connor brings everything to the table. He can shoot, he can jump, he can block, he can play back to the basket. So I think Connor's going to show you guys a lot of things that he has in his bag that he wasn't able to show at Butler. So I'm very excited for what he can show and what we can do with him. And we need him to win. So
who's a player that maybe nobody's talking about related to the Purple Aces that you think, this guy's going to surprise people?
I would say Tanner Cuff and Cam Hafner.
And tell me why. Those are guys we know a little bit. So, yeah, I want to hear about that.
Well, yeah, for sure. Those guys are making a big leap this year, and they just play just a huge part in our team, and the things that they bring to the table gonna help me a lot, of course. And just their IQ and just how hard they're everyday guys. So with that being said, they help me lead, and they come in and they work hard every day, and they're willing to do everything to win. So they're gonna come and show you guys what they've been working on.
So Tanner Cuff wears number 1, and you're wearing number 12. You were number 1 at EKU. I always ask players, how do they end up with the number they have? Is it on purpose? Is it just random? Or tell me about number 12.
I actually wanted to change to 12. I was 12 in high school. I wanted to change back to 12 because I wanted to get back to the old me. I just wanted to, change how, I got a new hairstyle. I just changed everything, So, but number 12 is from my uncle. He passed away, but he used to wear number 12, and I've always wore it because of him. So that's kind of why I got 12 from. And I never really asked Tanner for one,
Okay.
I just 12. So,
what's your uncle's name?
Uncle Dwayne.
Uncle Dwayne. I'm going to remember that. And when I see that number 12 out there, what are you studying there at Evansville? And you said you're living with a couple of your teammates. Who are your roommates?
So I live with Cam Half, Ramondo, and I stay with Connor Trimble. But I major in business management right now.
Good for you. DJ Ballantyne is one of the greatest Missouri Valley players of all time. I watched him play, announced a number of his games. Tell me about him and his role on that coaching staff, and with you particularly.
Me and him, and just in the coach staff, I feel like we all have a great relationship. He has a great relationship with everybody on the team. He kind of brings like that, like a coach, but like an uncle, big brother role to the team. Mm-hmm. So like we could talk to him about anything. He always joking, he always make people smile. He's kind of just like the happiness in the team, But with me and him, we always joke, but he gives me tips. I mean, he was one of the best players in NBC history, like you said. So I always go to him for help and to learn from him, and for him to give me knowledge and how he was successful in NBC. So I think that helps a lot. And he also does a scout report, so he's a big part of our team.
He was a very nice guy and very gentlemanly on the court, but he would cut your heart out with the way he could score the basketball. The guy was amazing. So I was so glad that he's back there at Evansville and doing what he's doing. You mentioned Ramondo Battle. I wanted to ask you about him as well. He's another newcomer to the team that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like Ramondo brings a lot to the team. He's going to play physical. He's going to make shots, and he's going to defend. So I feel like he brings a lot of things that, a team needs. And I think he'll be a big piece coming in and getting some baskets and just playing hard and, blocking shots and just doing what he does.
You guys open Monday night, but right now, so, you're at the anticipation of opening night is just, a couple of days away. But what in general are the Purple Aces working on heading for game one, but just the beginning of the season? What are the things coach is emphasizing and you guys are working on?
We're working on just playing without fouling, getting better on defense, of course, and of course working on the offense. So we're really working on everything, still trying to continue to level up on what we want to keep doing. Even if we do it good, we want to do it better. The bad things that we're doing, we want to work on getting better at. But really just playing without fouling and just playing physical and rebounding.
You guys have balance. You mentioned having bigs. You've got some wings, a terrific point guard that wears number 12. I think the point guard position may be the most important position in basketball. And so that responsibility or privilege comes to you with this Purple Aces team. Talk about just your mentality heading into the season.
I've been doing this. I've been point guard my whole life, so I'm used to it. But the mentality is just be a dog. Just go in there and do what it takes to win. Lead your team. Even when the team loses, take why you guys lost, and most of the time it's your fault. So just get better and continue to watch film and study the game and work hard and set the example. And then once we get in the game, set the tone for my team and, try to come out on top.
Anxious for Monday night?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till we fly out. So
looking forward to seeing you in person and looking forward to watching games on TV as well. Tayshawn, appreciate your time today and wish you guys all the best. Have a terrific non-conference schedule before you get into the Valley Wars.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Tayshawn Comer. He is the point guard of the Evansville Purple Aces, and watch out for the Purple Aces this year. You've been watching the Valley Hoops Insider podcast, part of the Valley Hoops Insider website. Remember, since you've been there, make it a better place. We'll see you again real soon.